Yeah.
We talked a bit of fantasy footy. What do you have anything you want to say about North or anything? And what do you think of their year so far?
I do recall a friend of mine. He used to keep, instead of just keeping stats, he actually wrote up a full report from the Herald Sun.
Oh, fuck off! Yeah. True. I fudged a report in the local paper.
As in, like, Burns would kick an amazing guy from 45 on the run, tightest possible angle.
You were there, man. You saw it.
Do it, yeah.
You saw it.
I didn't see it, but I read some of the articles. It's actually quite good. It's actually written very well. It's written by a scriptwriter, I think.
Fuck off! You're fucking bullshit.
I've got a question here. Did Josh actually ever play, or did you just write a book about playing? What he would do if he could be bothered leaving the computer to go and kick the footy around.
I got him late.
Off memory, he actually played a game. Didn't he? I think half a season off memory. And I'll never forget his first touch on it. I wasn't there to witness it, but I heard it.
Shut up.
No, tell us.
So pretty much Burns has got the ball on the wing, my understanding, or in the back pocket, around there. Picked the ball up, thrown it in the air, done the somersault, and then he called for throw of the ball. If he hadn't
Jesus, Troy. You've put so much fucking colouring around this story, I swear to God.
It sounds like you got the outline right.
You know what? that just captured Josh perfectly.
I'm only relaying the message that I heard.
Wait, and one last question from me, Troy. In follow-up to our previous conversation, I recall now, what are your views on Nicky D'Alessandro?
Nicky Dal, you know what? I think he's one of those guys that I've never met before in my life, but I'll do anything for. He seems like a nice guy, you know? You just want to help him out, yeah?
Oi, Troy.
How are you, mate? I'm sorry. We thought we were going to play, but we fucked up, you know? I'm sorry.
Troy, I must say...
when Kerry has a son, and hopefully we'll build our whole team around him. It'll be another 30 years.
Oi, but no, you've hit the nail on the head there. That passes my test as to whether or not you're a genuine footy lover. And so those are astute observations. Bravo. And it's no coincidence that Nicky D'Alessandro, how much class has he had?
Oh,
when he gets the ball, like, I think when they thought they had the outside, we had a lot of inside midfielders. What's his name? Zeeble, Swallow, Cunnington. I wouldn't say Bass. I'm not sure what Bassett does, but we just need a bit more class to help Wells and Brent Harvey.
Yeah,
I think losing Greenwood hurt you guys as well. That set you back.
Yeah, but he was another inside player.
But then, do you want to keep a guy that wants to save for money?
No, definitely not. But just losing a player of his calibre sort of thing.
So when Nicky Dale did his hamstring, that was his most significant injury of his career.
It's typical, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know why a 30-year-old gets injured all of a sudden.
And it's no wonder why North Melbourne's form dipped. But it did dip. But
you missed him when he was gone.
I look towards we're playing top teams now. Now we're going to... we're playing the bottom 5 teams, there's only 6 teams.
But
throwing Richmond, which...
Admit...
there's easy beats over there.
Easy beats? Oh boy, round 23.
Hey, young Master Jack, I still remember your comment on the Roos beginning of the season, so if we beat you last round of the season, I'm going to... Even if we don't make the finals, I'll still smile.
No, well, I know you will, but... You're not going to beat us, not this time.
But
the winds of change are coming.
The rest of us, you're not in top 4. We're just making up numbers to get smashed by Hawthorn and probably West Coast.
Yeah.
Nah,
but
we're
Troy,
real. We're real. We're going to show you in the next 2 weeks.
Troy, I love you, man.
Admit, if you had Nicky Dale in the Collingwood game, you would have won, yeah? That was the most disgraceful game I've listened to.
I thought we had Archer, Stevens, and Carey.
You still got the number on the back.
This guy hasn't left.
Troy's stories about Carey are gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
He fucking turned on Carey so bad in the grand final in '96. What was it? No, '98. You were fucking pumping Crows, and he missed a couple of choice shots, and you're like, "Fucking Carey! If anyone says Carey's the best player, I'm gonna fucking kill him. Oh, he said, Carey! Yes! Yeah, he took his mark, his big fucking mark, and then he turned on him so sweet.
Well, that still hurts. That's up there to passing my dad, man. That's grandpa. I don't know which is worse, you know.
I know I'm pulling.
Guys.
I know I'm pulling the Dermy here, but this is the last one, okay?
Oh, God.
This is the last one.
Last one.
Last
Yeah,
one.
Let him go.
Is, you'd be old enough to remember this, but how juicy was the preliminary final in 97?
Oh, 97.
Yep. And then following that up...
We played St Kilda, I think, off memory.
We sure did. And then how further juicy was it that Banger Halves strolls on in and whips that medal off Corey McKernan's neck?
Oh, because
Yeah.
there's one player I remember from the St Kilda team, which I don't know what happened to this guy. Maybe you guys can do some research. But Jason Heatley.
Yes! We were talking about him before.
You kidding me? Yeah.
Nah, that was my formative years of real appropriate fantasy footy when I was like...
He just vanished after 98. I don't know what happened to him. Nothing.
Yeah, nah, but before that, every time in Mapleson Court when I'm kicking it on the lead to myself, it was Heatley! Goes back, lines it up.
Forward. He was just so quick out of the box. I think he had Stewie Lowe as well back at that time. So he had a good forward line.
Oh shit, yeah. When it was Stewie, but the perfect thing was when I had the gloves. It was Stewie. It was Stewie. Like Stewie and Heatley. So I could mix it
So
up.
You would have been like a 9-year-old playing with the 20-year-old men, yeah?
Yeah. So-
it makes sense. In their head, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's what
Right.
football is, isn't it? It's a fantasy world. Like, we're always thinking we're going to win a flag. And deep down, we're probably never going to win a flag.
Nah.
I'm a believer.
It's 18 things with one flag. Oh, this sounds like a good competition.
but Troy, my call for Heatley, yeah, when he'd take a sick grab and then just go back and kick it from wherever, outside 50.
What I remember,
But let me,
marking from around 50, turning around quickly,
yeah.
and then bombing from about 55 and going, this guy's a freak. This guy he's not real.
You
And
know,
he just vanished.
you know what I'm saying while you're thinking that? The heat is on.
The heat is on.
The heat is
That's the
on.
nickname for him, was it?
Is that your
Did you
call?
actually have a nickname from the club?
What's that?
Did you actually have a nickname from the club? Did they give him a nickname? Or?
Nah, that was just the heat is on when in the lounge room when he partied.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways,
Troy,
good talking, Troy.
Troy, we'll let you go, man. That was
It's
awesome.
been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to close this shop up and get out of the area.
Make your pizzas, scrape all that food off the counter, and make yourself some dinner. Don't do that. No, don't.
But, just a question for you guys. Have you ever been to the northern suburbs of Melbourne?
Yes.
No.
Do they start checking passports soon? Because I think it's a different world up there. I don't think it's part of Melbourne, honestly.
Troy.
I had to go.
That's a one comment of you.
I had to go pick up my dog's custom-made mattress from Epping on the
No,
weekend.
Epping, that's near us here, yeah.
Yeah.
Epping's an interesting place. Well, interesting or shithole. I mean, you can really interchange.
They
the
make
words.
great mattresses.
For dogs.
Nah,
The
Van's Rest mattress in Epping. Call Annette, she'll give you a
Oh,
good deal.
what about that guy you were talking
There we
about?
go, another plug for them.
Oi, we're gonna get to another plug because we're gonna win into all the plugs we can get. Troy, it was an absolute pleasure. Thank you for backing me up and showing these boys what
Have a
fucking
good night.
fantasy
Thanks
football
for
is.
the call.
See you later.
See you, boys.
Yeah,
we
there
should,
you go. So
Take a
fancy.
fucking high five and stick it up your
Nah,
ass.
that's not even fantasy.
You know what it
footy.
is? No, it is very different.
Yeah,
There's two versions of fantasy football. For you, it was something that you kept track of as a slightly older. They're like two versions of the same hobby. For us, it was very much like our formative years, and doing it a lot as a kid. And I remember like mum and dad coming down to the school and saying, "Jack, come on, come home," and I'd just be like,
Don't make me choke on my peanuts, mate.
It's turning into fucking
I don't reckon Steve-O
David
nor
Copperfield over here.
Nah.
back in
Steve-O
the day.
never would have pulled an Atticus Finch on your fucking veranda and go, Jack! Time to stop kicking that football, Jack!
Jack, get in here. We're gonna shoot some mockingbirds.
"Oh yeah, we always used to play down at the school. So we were 4 houses away from the school."
Yeah, that's a 6-spot. Was that always like that though? Was it like
And-
grass?
Nah, it used to be grass.
And
like, it's
do you
very
know what
different
happened
now.
when we came from Brisbane to Melbourne?
What was that? Mate?
Where'd you go to?
Because Burns, you didn't ask me how my fantasy
Well, we're gonna
football
get
career
there.
ended.
Well, we're gonna get there.
Oh, not by
Well,
my
hang on,
guys.
Until you guys were bloody.
Let's just play one of your tracks because we're starting to run out of time. So, We got a little bit of each track
Are
on.
we doing a part 3?
I don't
Probably
think so.
should.
We have to.
We'd have to.
We're going to
It's
have to
nearly-
spread
we
into
can't
part 3,
finish
aren't we?
on
Yeah, we
that.
can't finish in 5 minutes.
No way!
No.
We haven't even talked about Saints fucking demons.
So I'll
Part
just
3.
wrap it up on
Troy,
my fantasy
bloody
football.
Wrap it up with your fantasy.
So
Alright.
I came from Brisbane to Melbourne, right?
Yeah,
I was at a loss.
yeah,
Didn't have nowhere really to kick it.
yeah.
But Rudy,
Oh, Rudy, Dr. Schleiger.
Dr. Rudy, we'd go down to Ormond Blues on the side ground.
True.
That's where socks and boots and all,
Indeed, that's it.
right? And shorts, socks, boots,
Shorts. Yeah.
And have kicking comps and all that sort of shit. And then later at McKinnon as well. That was the away ground to McKinnon, and Bubba would come down literally at the end
true.
of his street.
True.
Mark Winberg and fucking do the same thing.
True. See, we
And
that's
then
how it
once that
started.
finished,
Yeah.
that's where fantasy football for me died.
Oh, man. That's because, like, for me, that was the beginning. Because when we were about 13, 14, we'd go for kicks in groups. And then, like, we kind of, like, to get to my mates, they live in Cranbourne, I was in Devon Meadows. And Devon Meadows had, like, 2.5 acres of land. And none of my mates lived in that spot. Except for Troy, who was still too far away. So I'd have to kick it around on my own. And then when we got cars, we could actually meet up at Devon Meadows and have a kick. And then from that, you know, just on a weekend, I just, like, it was a nice fucking day. Usually it's summer, because it's, like, nice day. I don't want to kind of keep fit and stuff. And I just take the ball down. Sometimes I take my dog. And I just fucking play out, like, entire matches, just, like, pretending. And I would actually try and predict what would happen that following weekend. So I'd always play, like, if we were playing St Kilda, I'd be playing St Kilda. But it's like, you know, the results would kind of, like, affect how I would play and shit. And I'd see out if any of that would actually happen. And sometimes it didn't, sometimes it didn't. But it was just fun, you know. I loved it. And you know why? Because it's just you and the goals. You get to practice some of the best shots, man. And you actually get pretty good at it.
Like, you pull off some, yeah, definitely.
You
Like,
do
there's
some,
like,
I still
where we
love
used to-
kicking those little fucking...
I honestly think what
amazing.
I was saying
remember
was
some of
right,
my
though. You know what
favourite
it is?
goals.
And
It's
I'll show
when
you
you-
motherfuckers on Google Maps. My
still
arenas.
got
My arenas.
Maple Court, or whatever it was.
Mapleson Court. I'll show you a fucking
Do
shot
you reckon
of
you
that.
could zoom into the
Yeah,
goals?
I'll be able to show exactly where. And then we
Awesome.
could go down to Saunders Court, motherfucker, in Everton Park in Brizzy. Shout out.
We should go back to these places and have fucking kickoffs.
kick of the footy.
We should go to your place and have a kickoff.
Yeah.
We should go to Devon Meadows and have
Oh,
a
we
kickoff.
can definitely go to
And we'll go to
Murrumbeena.
Murrumbeena and have a
It's
kickoff.
already
And
gone.
we
Yeah,
should have
hell.
like a around the world fucking shots at goal. I'll destroy you in Devon Meadows.
Devon Meadows.
Devon
Yeah.
fucking Meadows.
Alright.
Where's
Summer
Devon
challenge.
Meadows?
Out near Turin.
Where's Turin?
Out near well,
On the way to
on the way to
Phillip
Phillip Island.
How far is that from here?
I've been
Not
about
that far.
45 to
Cranbourne.
Cranbourne.
Cranny.
Oh, Cranny. Alright,
Yeah.
so that'd be the first stop. And then Hallam. And then up here.
do a road
finish up
trip.
at Beena.
We should do a road trip.
Yeah, Weeveley weekend.
A weekend,
A Weeveley
weekend
weekend
of
of-
backtracking our football grounds and having
like
a
it.
shot.
Triple crowbars.
Alright, nice.
Oh,
Fantasy
that's-
football.
But I reckon, no, what I was saying is right, though. It's interesting how all our fantasy football sort of ties with our teams being pretty decent.
Yeah.
So mine was like 95 to sort of 98 when I was like probably really into my football. And the Tigers were pretty good then. You were saying...
Count me out of that little
Count you
fucking...
out of that?
Nita was a big,
Okay, sorry.
big man.
2000s, we were fucking shit.
Nita was
All
the
of-
danger
no, well,
forward for
2000
us.
you were in a grand final.
2000.
Wait,
That was a
Nita,
big
Nita
year,
was the
actually.
danger forward in fantasy football.
Oh, you know who I was. Who do you think I was?
Oh, you were probably Schwartz. Oh, no, Gary. You were
No,
Gary.
man.
The Wiz.
The Wiz.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was-
in the pocket.
I
How'd
remember
he do
playing as
that?
multiple people though, like you know,
Wait, so what's
Nick
the
Jaffe.
track?
Oh, we'll go. Yeah, I suppose we
Sounded
should
like
go
three
out.
old men.
Are we
out
going
on
to
there.
my track?
About bloody fantasy football.
This is my track.
Yeah, we'll go out on your track.
Alright.
Oh well, no, it's only got a minute to go, so we'll go out on what we opened it with, and
And then we get into the
Yeah,
juicy
we'll get in.
Cool.
We'll get. I suppose part 3. We'll get into the battle.
the
It's
battle.
been-
The last of the battles.
Yeah.
It's been yeah.
We're
Last time we
going
all
for a
faced off.
cruisy bluesy Wednesday.
Got the